So Gary and I would like to introduce Max. Max works at the local synagogue in Warsaw and took in 30 of our refugees yesterday and gave them an incredible chicken soup, roast chicken lunch, beetroot, coleslaw, rice, mashed potatoes. It was remarkable. And he's working on behalf of the enormous Jewish population in Ukraine, over 200,000 people, to help during this crisis. He's actually from Ukraine himself. Whereabouts are you from, Max?
I'm from Kryvyi Rog. I'm from Ukraine. I live in Poland for 5 years. I live in Warsaw. Right now I do everything to help refugees here, refugees near the border, and our army. First of all, I need to say that we need a medical supply for ambulance, and second is the kosher food, because it's very big problem in Warsaw, in Poland, to buy it. Regular food I can buy in shops, but kosher food we have no kosher food. So if you help us with this, it will be great.
Max is an incredible guy. He's an anti-corruption journalist living in Poland for a few years, and he's been looking after, as I mentioned, both Jewish and non-Jewish refugees. Gary's been helping both Max and his organization. Gary, maybe you can give us some indication as to what you've been doing, but also what people watching can do to help Max and his team.
Well, basically, we've been out in Poland now for 2 weeks, and what immediately became apparent to us is there is an immediate need for emergency shelter-type housing from the people who arrive here, sometimes with only 2 plastic bags to their name, and absolutely no money or no way of assisting themselves. So we've been working with various volunteers in the train stations and with people like Max to try and house these refugees into temporary emergency shelter accommodation, and then try and encourage them as much as we can into longer term sustainable solutions. So, for example, my company is sponsoring several refugees into London and Oxford. We'll house them and we'll also get them into work, which is important because it's not just about housing people, it's providing them with a sustainable ongoing situation so they can sustain themselves. So that's really what we're doing.
Thanks, Gary. So in summary, what we're really looking for on behalf of Max and his team is funding, obviously, first and foremost, but specifically 2 things: medical supplies, which is in dire need, and food, and in particular kosher food. Thanks very much.
So here we are.
Okay.
Chicken soup, good for the soul.